Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey everybody, I just got something to show you real quick, and of course the camera is going wonky. Oh my god. Okay, there it goes. It's getting a little bit better, ladies and gentlemen, so stay with me. Ironworks. You know, he's Ironworks. 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 Released less than a year apart. That's right. Today I am reviewing the. Hold on, I am reviewing the. Hold on, let's get it up. I'm reviewing the Transformers War for Cybertron trilogy, Cybertron Galactic Odyssey Collection. Wait, not dumb. Oh, what the fuck, Jeff? Hold on. Hold on. That's not the right one, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. I thought I had it all set up. Okay, there we go. That's a lot better. Well, that even looks like a bigger piece of shit. Anyway, and of course, I gotta now move my camera because the camera's in the wrong spot because it's now. Oh my god, seriously? Seriously? Why? What? There we go. Well, I've totally fucked this up, haven't I, ladies and gentlemen? Anyway, as I was saying, I'm reviewing the Botropolis rescue missions. This is going to be the figure Ironworks, the one that this is the figure I'm reviewing today. And boy, do I have some stuff I really got to say about this guy. Overall, the figure is okay, ladies and gentlemen. The figure is okay. That's not what the problem is, you know. Well, I would expect the Transformers figures to kind of pop out and have pizzazz and everything, but that's not really the problem here. The problem I have is, like I was saying during the opening, here, let me turn this off now, turn this on, there we go. The issue I'm having here with this figure is that this figure was released, I don't even think it was a full year after Earthrise Ironworks. Now, the problem is, I don't mind recolors or repaints or whatever you want to call these guys. I do not mind that. I actually like repaints. I like to see what they can do with the same figure, or same mold of a figure. That does not bother me. What does bother me, ladies and gentlemen, is it wasn't until I started doing a review of this. Now, I'll be honest, this was the only Galactic Odyssey packages I was aware of the characters was the Dominus Pursuit, Criminal Pursuit, or whatever it was called. Plus, oh god, I can't recall what the other one was. It was the one that had Ratchet, and I think her name is Lifeline. It was the Paragons. I think that's what it was called. But the thing was, I like those, so I thought, hell, I'll just, have my friend order this for me, and I paid him back and everything. This was like a spur of the moment thing. I didn't do any research. I knew that this was going to be a repaint of Ironworks. I knew that right off the bat, so that really didn't bother me. I like repaints. Like I said, repaints give you a chance to do something new with the figure, like how you see. A lot of detail was added to this figure. I will give them credit for that. There is a lot of detail. The problem is, hold on, okay, see, I can't tell. The further I get away, it's like there's a sweet spot. I get totally washed out, and doesn't help my bald head is kind of reflecting. The issue I have with this figure is they named it Ironworks. That's right. They did not even take the time to rename this character anything. They could have named this thing Shit Shoveler for all I care, and I would have been like, hey, okay, I can go with that, Shit Shoveler, you know. Because why do I name it Shit Shoveler? Well, because he has like a giant, like a little shovel right here. But anyway, they could have named this thing anything. It could have literally just been the letter A. Hey, this is A. And I would be like, okay, fine, here's some money, you know? But they couldn't even take the time to rename it. They literally gave it the same name as Ironworks. Hell, even the, oh god, hold on. I'll be right back because I forgot to get the figure, so I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. So where was I? I was talking about how they didn't even take the time to repurpose, just give this guy a different name. That's all I'm asking for. Okay, you did a repaint. When I see a repaint, normally I think it's going to be a different character. Granted, it's the same mold, but hell, look what they've done. Look what they did with Airwave, Decepticon Airwave from Earthrise. They not only recolored him, they recolored him twice that I'm aware of. They recolored him into an Autobot form, Hot House. Notice they changed the name. We went from Airwave to Hot House, and then once again they recolored him into Over Air. I think that's what this guy's name is. And recolored him and renamed him Over Air. Why couldn't they have not done the same thing with Ironworks or with this figure? It doesn't take long to go and like, okay, let's look at the lore of Transformers. What do we have that we can that we could use for this guy? I am pretty sure they have books and books in a warehouse just filled out with the names of the Transformers along with their biographies and all that shit. They could have literally gone dong, They could have done something other than just give this guy the name Ironworks, because like I said, this figure came out, I don't think it was more than a year apart from this guy. Granted, they've kind of done it where they've released the same character in a following toy line, but the figure was differently worked. It was a different mold. Best case example I can use is Optimus Prime from Siege to Earthrise. And then they got fucking lazy for Kingdom and they just repackaged Earthrise Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime to, Kingdom and everything, but fuck it, We're just the consumers. What the fuck do we know, Holy shit, I do not like that one bit. Hold on, I'm going to pause this again. I'm going to check my lighting. I'll be right back. Okay, that actually looks a little bit better. I turned off the light. I thought that would be too dark without the light on. But apparently the light is actually what was causing a lot of the problems to begin with. So as I was saying, though, that they just could not have named this guy anything. They just went with Ironworks. And like I said, it was less than a year apart between toy lines and everything, if I remember correctly. And it just drives me nuts. This is kind of symptomatic of what's wrong with Hasbro right now. Hasbro has gotten themselves into a rut that they are kind of literally recycling like in Ironworks case, they'll literally recycle the same character, same mold, in nearly almost the same span of a toy line. It'd be the equivalent of having two Optimus Primes from Siege, but like only at the ass end of the product line. So one in the very beginning, Wave 1 Voyager class, and then Wave 5 Voyager class Optimus Prime. And the only difference is that they put that Optimus Prime in as a 2-pack or whatever. They did nothing to change. They could have even changed the colors of Optimus a little bit, but at the very end, it was still Optimus Prime. You already paid for the first Optimus Prime. Do you really want to pay for a second Optimus Prime? That is a recolor. Yes, it's a recolor, but they don't even take the time to build up any lore or any kind of change it at all. You're literally paying for the same figure with just a different paint job. And that's what kind of my issue is with this guy. And like I said, it's just kind of shitty that they gave the name change, to Over Air from Airwave. I think that was Airwave. They gave it to this guy, but they took time to change his name at least, and they gave him a recolor, of course. They gave this guy a recolor, but they kept the name, and I don't like it. I don't like it. But as I was saying, they're basically not Microsoft. Hasbro is stuck in a rut. They are afraid right now, at least from my point of view, that Hasbro is afraid to take risks. They're playing it so fucking safe, and I don't know why. I'm not part of that business. The last time that I can actually say that they took a real risk was when they released, at least in my opinion. Now, these are just my opinions. I'm not saying this as fact. It's just after buying these figures for the last, 6-7 years or whatever. These are the things I'm starting to see with the company. The last real risks that they took was when they released Punch, Counterpunch, and Power of the Primes, and then they repackaged it for the Dominus Pursuit. And then to a lesser extent, they kind of took a risk when they released, like, say, Shockwave as a leader class, even though he was no more than I think, what was it? What should he have been, like a Voyager at the most? I think he should have been a Voyager at the most, but they released a whole bunch of shit things that clipped onto his body that turned him into a leader class, like what they did with Nemesis Prime for the spoiler pack from Walmart, And like I said, I think that they're just afraid to take risks, and that's how, by taking risks, you keep the product fresh. It may not always work, but at least you're keeping the mental juices flowing, And like I said, yes, I understand that this guy is a repaint. That doesn't bother me. It's just it's the amount of laziness that really. Like I said, I'll be honest, when I got this figure, you're like, well, Jeff, didn't you read the package contents? Fuck no. I do not go for those stupid fucking gimmicks, like how it has the red indicator, you have the little galaxy map. Oh, Velocitron, Biosphere, Cybertron, or whatever the fuck was on that map. I don't care, I didn't do it. That shit went into the garbage as soon as I opened the box up. What I did was I removed these figures and the box went into the garbage. And I will admit that's part of my fault. I should have read the card, but I was also hoping that Hasbro would have had, a little bit of intelligence to at least give the guy a different name. The way that this guy, now I saw it online, but this guy shares the same color scheme as Skylinks. You're telling me that you could not have given this guy some kind of name that could have been, like, linked to Skylinks somehow? I'm pretty sure that there is something in Skylinks' lore that they could have used as this guy, because, like, best case example, like how Tripticon had Brunt. I'm pretty sure that Skylinks has some sort of help or whatever. They could have used, that name and placed it with this figure, Like I said, anything other than fucking Ironworks. I would have been more accepting if this guy was named Ironworks, if this guy was released, like in, let's say, an upcoming release for Evolution, let's say, Legacy Evolution, as part of some special Amazon, Amazon deal. I would have been willing to understand that because it was a few years apart, But to release this figure within 1 year, it just screams laziness. And like I said, that's what the issue is with Hasbro right now. Like I said, they're in a rut. They're constantly just kind of recycling the same figures, not even really putting much change into them except for color swaps. But I mean, like, and I kind of mentioned this in my final report in the little scorecard that I like to show at the very end. It's just me as a consumer, I personally think that the Optimus Prime from Siege, the Optimus Prime from Earthrise are the best, for me at least. When they release another one, I'm not gonna fucking buy another Optimus Prime because that's kind of what they're stuck in now. They gotta constantly sell those main fucking robots. The Optimus Prime, Megatron, Starscream, Bumblebee, to a lesser extent, Shockwave, Soundwave, but you have the core ones, and I'm happy with the ones I have. I'm enthused with the Walmart War for Cybertron trilogy Soundwave. I'm never buying another Soundwave. I love that Soundwave, so. And honestly, they kind of fuck themselves. Hasbro has kind of fucked themselves when it comes to flooding the market with so many so many figures of the same characters. And I think also that's why sometimes some of these figures like Optimus Prime becomes a shelf warmer. I remember when they released Optimus Prime as part of the Walmart War for Cybertron trilogy special release. There was so many of that motherfucker on the shelf. It wasn't even funny, which is sad because he's Optimus Prime. But I think it's because of the fact that we've had so many goddamn Optimus Primes over the last few years. Like, no, I don't want another fucking Optimus Prime. Give us something we haven't seen before, And granted, they do that a little bit, especially with Legacy, But, so enough about that. Let me actually pull up my talking points here. So, okay, so when it came to cost, how much did the 2-pack of the Botropolis, or however you want to pronounce it, how much did it how much did it cost? And I'll be honest, I cannot recall. I think it was between $49 and $59. I actually had my friend Aaron buy it on Amazon, and then I paid him back, and I just can't recall what it was. And, what do you get in the package? The two main figures you get are two deluxe figures. You get Ironworks, and then you get Over Air. They make up like a little space station that comes with comes like with a little rocket and everything. But you also get two sets of Micro Masters. One is like a missile launcher or a rocket launcher, whatever you want to call it. The other is actually a space shuttle that hooks onto the rocket itself. And I'm going to do reviews of Over Air, the Micro Masters, and all that later on down the road, But right now, this review is mainly just for this guy. So, like I said, I paid between $49 and $59 for this massive. It was like a 6-pack or whatever it was of figures, and to me, that's actually pretty good for that amount of figures for that price. Now, when it comes to availability, this pack is still available. It's just not available the way we hoped it would be. And let me pull up the information 1 second. Okay, so as of recording this figure or this set is actually available on both Amazon and eBay. Amazon, it ranks for $124.99. I think that's 99. Could be, I don't know, don't care. And then on eBay, it's actually selling for $129.95. And so let's get this straight. They're charging almost double for the price of this package. And it isn't Amazon. I don't think it's Amazon selling it for $124. I think these are scalpers. I think it's a scalper that is selling it for that much. And I damn well know that on eBay, it's a scalper that's selling it for that much. And that's this goes back to the fucking problem that this was an exclusive. Amazon exclusive. So what does that mean? It means that almost anybody and their mother can fucking scoop these up because Amazon doesn't enforce any type of buying restrictions or product limits. I can go to Target, and they will put the fucking limits on some of the weirdest things. Not shitting you. I was at Target a few days ago, and they had a limit on how many water bottles you can buy. Not like the little bottles already filled with water, like you can buy like in a 6 or 12 pack. No, I'm talking about reusable water bottles, and it's something like 2 bottles per visit or something like that. And then especially when it comes to like fucking the Xbox Series X, you can literally only buy, if they have any of the Series X or S in. I think they have a sign that says literally you can only buy one per day or something like that. However, when it comes to these figures, and especially like Amazon, the sky is the limit. You have the money, you can buy up the whole fucking truckload if you want. Because at the end of the day, all Amazon cares about is their money. Okay, hold on, let me turn on the little webcam. Hold on. Okay. And that's the way it is. It's just that there's no regulation when it comes to Amazon and these fucking stupid ass exclusives. But so, like I said, and the thing is, I show 124. This is the cheapest that this set goes for on Amazon. I've seen it in excess of over $150 on Amazon. Let's see here on eBay. I've seen it go as high as like $189 if I remember correctly. It is fucking sad that these scalpers are allowed to buy up these figures and just sell them for exorbitant amounts of money because they know there are people who will buy them. But I know damn well that if Hasbro was to drop the whole fucking concept of exclusive figures, that this shit would stop. I'll make you a bet that if they made these sets, available at general retail, you would start to see a massive slowdown in this fucking shit that you're seeing on the screen. And before you say, well, it's the way that they make business and the way they make money, it doesn't fucking matter. They didn't do this shit in the 80s. But then again, we didn't have eBay in the 80s. I would remember going to KB Toys, and they had the exact same toys that Toys R Us had, the same toys that Target had, and then down the road, the same toys that Fred Meyer's or even Walmart would have. There was no fucking exclusivity. Exclusivity is a way to fucking strangle out the people who are legitimate fans and collectors of the product. Okay, with that rant out of the way, hold on, let's switch back to this. Okay, so basically, interactivity, weapon storage. What, how many spots or how many, slots or ports does this figure have? You would be shocked to know how many slots or ports, posts, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. You'd be just shocked to see how much this figure comes with. This is the one thing I loved about all the way back with Ironworks, from Earthrise. It's just the abundance of weapon storage capabilities here. Okay, so let's start here. We got both shoulders. We have. Okay, here, let's take off. I'm going to decapitate his hand right here. Ah, there it goes. Thank you. You got a spot here, so you can put on your gun. Put your gun on here. You have his hand. You have another post right here, which your hook can also go onto here. It doesn't, it's kind of tight, but it fits there. Like I said, shoulders, hand. He has his hand. Sadly, this poor, he has both hands, sorry. So he has a hand here, and then he has a hand here. I keep forgetting that there's a hand here. Wait, is this a hand? It doesn't really look like it's a hand. It looks like, but he has another port here. And then if you really want to be kind of tricky and stuff, he has a port that's in part of this, this pedestal here. The same on here. Let's see here. I don't think he has any, let's see here. Okay. Now, I don't think that's a port. Okay, I think that's about it. So let's just count, because I want to make sure I have the right number. So he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. See, we got 9. We got 10. We could literally take off his arms. We got 11 actually. If you really want to, if you want to decapitate this guy, you could turn this guy into a fucking nightmare fuel for if you want. Here, you can have. Here, let's take off his gun. If you wanted to make like a fucking misfit toy, you could take off one gun. You could put it here. Okay, so you got a gun there. You could take the other part of his gun. You could put it here. You could then take this arm and you could actually put it right here. Come on. And I know that this is not how Hasbro originally wanted you to play with the figure, but it's like another Transformer reviewer says, play with it how you want, you know? So this thing has at least 10, 11 ports. Not bad. When was the last time you can say you actually saw a figure that has this many ports? I'm wondering if it's something that's just because this is like a modular figure, whatever they want to call it. Here, let's take this off. Let's put this back on. You could do that. You could put the gun here. There. You know, like I said, it's fucking almost endless what this figure can do, you know? And I fucking like that. I gotta give them credit. They dropped the ball with the renaming of this figure. They dropped the ball, especially making this an exclusive, which feels the scalpers and everything. But, you know, weapon storage options, it's pretty nice, you know? Okay, so you're wondering, Jeff, what kind of contents does this figure come with? Hold on, let me get this gun off. Come on. Okay, let's reattach it to his there. Okay, for his normal accessories, Ironworks comes with a hook. It's part of his normally it should be it's normally on his right arm. So you got like a little red hook. And it goes right there, but it can also go onto his other arm here. But it goes onto his arm. And then you have 2 blasters. Now granted, I wish that there were more, but you get 3 accessories. They could take the form of like 2 little hand blasters, or you could combine them. I guess you could combine them into like a little assault type blaster. But me, I kind of like them, you know, being broke up. But then again, it's kind of a toss up. I like them either way. And what you don't realize is you can actually, it doesn't have to be just here that you plug the second part of the blaster into. You can actually plug it into back here. Although I'm not sure why you would do that, because of the fact it doesn't give you enough clearance between both handles. I'm not sure if you can really see that, and I don't think it will fit. I don't think you can hold. Can he hold it? Oh my god, he can actually hold it. Holy shit. Hey, that's kind of cool. But you can also, like I said before, you can always put it right there. And he has like a fucking gun arm, you know, like that. How fucking cool does that look, you know? Like I said, they dropped the ball on this figure in some aspects, but then in others, they really just fucking knocked it out of the ballpark, you know? So those are the contents. You get 3 accessories, a hook, and 2 little blasters that can form to, combine to make a larger blaster. Visual aesthetics. This is for the coloring. The coloring on this guy's fucking vibrant. The light from my monitor is actually kind of making it even brighter. But he basically has gone with Skyling's kind of color scheme: white, red, and blue, or red, white, and blue, or like the American flag, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it is. This guy is ultra patriotism taken to the max. But so if you wanted a Ironworks whose color scheme is the polar opposite of his Earthrise mode, then you got it, because this guy is the fucking opposite of this guy. And I do want to say that this guy has the same amount of posts and ports and everything for his accessories that this guy does. There is literally nothing different here except for the color swap or color change or whatever you want to call it. The figure overall, like I said, this guy is a blatant carryover from Earthrise. Not even years later, literally within the same year roughly. Take that for what you want. You may be okay with it, but for me, it just seems to be kind of cheap, especially when they were putting together this package. And they did the same thing. At least, like I said, they did the same thing with Overair. Granted, it's a repaint of Airwave, but the fact is they gave it a different name. At least they tried something. They just literally just said, "Fuck it, we'll take Ironworks. We'll throw a whole bunch of jizz on him, throw some blueberries at him, a couple strawberries for his hook, and we'll just call him Ironworks." But sir, should we name him something else? Oh fuck no! This guy is Ironworks. Make sure you wipe up that mess. Like fuck. But like I said, it's a carryover, so take it how you want though. Faithfulness to the source material. This is basically the original Ironworks. The original Ironworks was not a robot like this. He was basically just a base. So to me, right now, they're still kind of developing Ironworks as a robot. So I'm going to give them a little bit of a pass. I'm not going to be that hard on the scoring since they're trying to make a transformer out of a solitary base mode, like what they did with wasn't Brent one of them? I know he was a tank, but I thought he was also part of part of Tripcon that was just like a little base or whatever. They made him into a robot when he originally wasn't, or am I thinking of Full Tilt? Oh well. Box art. This is where I feel that the box art, ever since I was a child, back when I was collecting Transformers G1 and Ninja Turtles back in like '87, to me the box art is like, it's the gateway. The box art is the gateway. It gives the consumer an idea of what it is that they're going to buy. Hey, here is an awesome box of... Here, hold on. Let me pull up a picture. Well, actually, I can do it this way. Okay, let's turn this on. Okay, so let's see here. Do they actually have a picture of Airwave? Let's see here. Probably not. No. It's always hard to find good box art. Let's see here. Let's go with Ninja Turtles again. Ninja Turtles 1987 toy line. Okay, I don't want the fucking shitty rehashes. I don't want the rehashes. I want the original shit. Give me the original shit. You can tell the originals because they look like... You can tell the originals because they look good. The rehashes look like absolute shit. Okay, is this a Okay, this is... No, this is 25th anniversary. Okay, let's see. No, give me the... I want the originals. Give me the fucking originals. Okay, I think... Let's go with Mutagen Man. I think that's what this guy's name was. Mutagen Man? Yeah, Mutagen Man. Okay, let's... Can I pull up... No. Oh, that's funny as hell. Wait. Where the fuck? Where did the package go? Oh my god. Okay, hold on, let's... Okay, NeoGaf. No, let's see here. Okay. Apparently the picture is not going to show. My God, really? Click to... If I click, if I get a fucking virus, I'm gonna be... Okay. Okay, let's look at Muckman and Joe Eyeball. Okay. God damn, I wish I could zoom out. Can I zoom out? It really doesn't help. Okay, well, let's just, let's look at the start at the top. You get some awesome artwork, like you got Muckman just being a fucking jerk, pouring garbage all over the place, pouring stuff into the sewers. It looks like he had a bad night. He ate a fish, had some tomato soup, maybe a banana. But, that gun actually looks like it would be awesome for a Transformer, to be honest. Oh my God, I miss this guy. I miss this guy so much. But you get, the package shows what you're going to get. A good representation, I want to say. It's a good representation of what you're going to get. And that, that's kind of an issue, especially when it comes to these fucking Amazon exclusives. Because here is what we get in, hold on. Here's what we get instead. Let's turn that off. This is what we get, ladies and gentlemen. Granted, it does say Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy, but it's so fucking bland. If we did not have the internet, if we were still stuck in 87 when the internet was not prevalent and only businesses, top ranked businesses could afford the internet. Hold on, I'm going to get a quick drink. Hold on, let me actually see. Can I turn on my camera? Hold on. If we did not have the internet and Hasbro came out via, like, say, magazines or commercial, and this was before Amazon and eBay, and Hasbro was literally like, mail us $49.99 self-addressed stamped envelope with a check, and this is what you'll get. This is what you're going to get. And all you can see is literally the brown box. They don't tell you, they tell you the characters' names. Oh, Ironworks is in it, Over Air's in it, and a couple Micromasters. Can we see what's in the box? Oh, fuck no, it's a surprise. It's a surprise, ladies and gentlemen. You get what's in the box. Are you gonna fucking buy that shit? No. The only reason people bought this is because images were leaked. And I use quotations for leaked because they're not fucking leaked. The leaking images nowadays is what people believe that, it's actually legitimate. Oh, somebody hacked Hasbro. Somebody was in close with Hasbro that was given top secret information, and they were promised never to tell us about it. And when in reality, these leakers are actually Hasbro employees that are on fake shell Twitter accounts, internet, like Facebook accounts, any way possible that they can release these images, they will create an account to do it. There is no more real leakers, especially in the toy industry. It is fucking Hasbro that is making up scam accounts on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, any way that they can get these things out to build anticipation for the product. But it was, like I said, it was via these leakers that the images for this product line, almost all product lines now come out. But going back to what I was saying though, if it was 1987 and you were watching TV and they said, hey, you can have this massive 6-figure set, send us $49.99 a check, would you? And the answer is no. Fuck no, you wouldn't, because you got to be able to see what it is you're getting. Would you want to buy something if all you can see is a brown box with a picture on the side and Transformers War for Cybertron? No, you want to know what the good stuff is that you're getting. You don't want to spend, for all you know, it could have been a fucking used condom that Optimus Prime used on Alita 1. I know that's fucking nasty, but it's true. You don't know what's in that box, and they're asking you, especially back in 1987, trust us. No, we deserve to know what we're getting. And this is where Hasbro has been fucking up when it comes to their exclusives, like with Amazon. It wasn't just this character that they did this box. They did it with Dominus, Criminal Pursuit. They did it with a Micron. They did it with Paragon. They did it with Biles Vera. There was nothing unique about these boxes with the exception of a different fucking picture. And that's why I just don't like. I do not. I like to see what it is that I'm buying. Yeah. If it was not for the leaks, then I would not have bought this or any of the other stuff, because I want to see what you're getting. They could have easily said, oh, in this box for Dominus Pursuit, it's going to be such and such. But unless if I actually can see it, I'm not going to trust them. Neither should you. How many times have we been burned by a Hasbro or other toy companies with promises and it didn't really turn out, Fuck, I remember them saying that they were changing over to this, the way that they're now boxing these figures with the open window. That it was all going to become like all cardboard. That was going to be like holding the figures down. It's all going to be cardboard. They were trying to become friendly to the earth. Friendly to the earth. The earth is a fucking floating ball of rock, and it's inanimate, and they're expecting us to fucking worship it. Fuck that. As I was saying, though, I need to see what it is I'm buying, so. Repaint. If you could not tell, this is a straight repaint, ladies and gentlemen. This is a straight fucking repaint. Hold on, let's turn this off. This is a straight fucking repaint. Do not get yourself confused. There is nothing unique to this figure at all, but, except for it's a different color. But I mean, there's nothing new. This is not a retool. This is not a new character. This is Ironworks. This is what would happen if you took Ironworks and you stood him in front of a unicorn that's masturbating. That's literally all this guy is. Or that's literally all this guy is. This guy is this that had a bad run-in with a fucking unicorn. Okay, construction, the materials. Actually, I'm kind of impressed with the materials they use. They use plastic, of course. We are definitely out of the die-cast era. But they use a shit ton of metal pins and a shit ton of screws. I like it when they use screws, because if need be, if you want to, you can always unscrew the figure, take it apart, and paint it however you want. Using screws to put these figures together is starting to become a dying breed, if I do say so myself. Okay, so quality. The plastic feels pretty solid. It does not feel cheap. I gotta give them that. If they're not, this doesn't really wear down the score I gave this. The only plastic that doesn't feel as solid as the rest are these little platforms here, whatever these things are called. They kind of just don't feel as good as the rest, but overall the figure, the way that the quality is, the plastic feels good, and I like it. Durability. Now this is where I have a major issue. I could tell that this was just a direct repaint, even of the same batch that this guy came out of, because both of these figures have an issue, at least for me. Both of these figures have an issue when it comes to converting its head. Here, let me show you. Okay, so I'm not going to do a full conversion. I'm just going to show you. Now, this guy is what you would call a parts former. So basically, you just tear him apart, But for one of his modes, you're supposed to rotate his head. Now, normally, I've seen videos where it's pretty easy. And for me, I can push, and it is fucking stiff. And the thing is, I'm worried if I keep pushing it harder, it's going to damage the figure. But let's see here. Come on. Oh, God. See, you hear that cracking? That's what I'm afraid of. Ah, shit. You heard that cracking, though, right? So, basically it's supposed to rotate. You're supposed to rotate his head down. I forgot to rotate it so that there. As you heard, there was some serious cracking going on. It's like I heard that when I was first trying to do this, and I'm like, oh shit, did I break it? Because the way that this thing cracks, that's not a good sign, ladies and gentlemen. I understand it needs to give it a little resistance, but there is a difference between giving a little resistance and then a little bit like, nope, we're not doing it. We're not doing it. We're fucking not doing it. And then you feel like you're literally breaking the guy's kneecap, by doing it. This isn't the only figure. This figure does the same shit. So let's take off this part here so I can get access to the back. And see, oh my god. I do not like how that cracks. Here, I forgot to rotate the head, so let's rotate it. There. See, that should not make that sound. And that's what I'm scared to death about. That's why I'm not, after this review, I'm not doing that again. Oh my god, I'm just worried about, like, if you have a child who has this toy, and they are mad fans of the transformation, and they just constantly fucking transforming this figure left and right, day after day after day after day after day, how long will it be until the head of this figure comes breaking off? That's what I'm afraid of. Overall, the durability, everything else feels awesome. It's the fucking head I'm concerned about. You know, Hasbro should fucking hire me to test these figures. Let's see here. Oh, God. Okay. They should hire me to test these figures, because sometimes I wonder if Hasbro actually has anybody do QC on these things, because they could have. Hey Jeff, here, they tossed me this. I'm like, okay, what do you want me to do, Hasbro? Yeah, transform this figure. Give us your thoughts. And I get like, okay, well, number one's a part former, so you really can't do that much, but. Okay, let me see what I can do. And I'm like, oh, wait, head's not moving. Head's not moving. Let them know the head's not fucking moving. I would tell them that the head's not moving to get this thing back into R&D and get this fucking head issue fixed. I'm just curious, how is it for this? Okay, it looks like, now, like I said, I've never done this. So this is the first time to see. How is his? His is easy. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Hold on. Look at that. Look. Easy. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Okay, let's try Airwave. Okay, that's a little bit tighter. But it's not as bad as, it's not bad as that guy. Okay. But so when it comes to durability, I have real concerns about the head conversion of this figure. And I'm not talking about just this one figure here. I'm talking about its Earthrise counterpart also. Let's see here. Points of articulation, robot mode. There is the head. It has head rotation. There is shoulder rotation. It can go all the way around. You have bicep rotation. On this arm, it's a little bit tricky because you got to be careful because there are the two plates here. If you don't have the plates in the right position, you can't do a full rotation. So you got to be kind of careful where it is. Let's see here. On this side, you got bicep rotation on the other arm. You got elbow rotation, normal rotation on the right arm. Left arm, you actually get double rotation due to transformation, which I kind of like. It kind of locks it in place if you can. Come on. There it goes. Kind of locks into place. Kind of give him like a little robot arm instead of like a gun arm instead of a robot arm. You got real fucking limited hip rotation due to the fact that it's because these panels are on. Hold on. Due to the fact that this. Oh my god, I fucking hate that. There. Because you got these panels. Now the issue with this one panel is this panel is physically attached to this figure it looks like. I don't want to risk messing with it. Excuse me for a second. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. The leg, one of his legs decided to go flying into the nether realm. Thankfully, I was able to save it. But as I was saying, the panel is attached to the hips. So I don't think you can remove it. You know, I'm afraid to remove it. It would cause damage, so I won't. So you got real limited hip swivel action. Hold on, let me get these rehooked. Or reassembled, I should say. There you go. Okay, then we will hook it back up to this guy. There we go. Then we'll put this panel on his back again. There we go. So like I said, real limited hip swivel. Your legs can go, moving forward, it goes about 90 degrees, a little bit over 90 it looks like. Backwards, not that far due to that one panel. So, you know, it can only go straight down. It has thigh rotation for both legs. It has knee rotation. It can actually go a little bit above 90 degrees, but once again, it's kind of blocked due to that panel. And then it has real limited ankle rotation. So you got your head, shoulders, hips. Wait, let's start from the top again. Head, shoulders, biceps. There's no real wrist rotation. You got elbows, hips, legs, thighs, knees, and ankles. Is this figure a retool? I don't think it is. I think it's just a straight recolor of Earthrise Ironworks. So let's see here. Okay, so I think that's about it. You know, like I said, is the main thing to keep aware of is that this figure, it is not a whole new character. You know, I'd be, like I said, I'd be fine with this character if this was a whole new character that shared the same mold as Ironworks. How many times, especially during Combiner Wars, did we get like the mold that was used for Ironhide was also used for Trailbreaker, and then with limited retooling, and then Off-Road. The same goes for let's look at oh god, what's that one guy's name? Fuck it, hold on, let's go this way. Okay, here, let's pull this up. God, I don't want to say Cliff Jumper. Sideswipe, I think it's Sideswipe. Hold on. Sideswipe Transformers War for Cybertron. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, Sideswipe this guy. Hold on, let me. Come on. Okay, fuck it. Here, let's just pull. There it goes. How many times was this figure, recolored into a different character? We had Sideswipe, we had Tiger Track, we had Deep Cover, we had multiple releases of Deep Cover. We had like 2 of them. We had Red Alert. We had, I think that's it. There may be others I can't recall though. And then we had like multiple recolorings of Sideswipe himself, like for the War for Cybertron trilogy, Walmart exclusive. So it's not unheard of that they do that. But the thing is, like I said, not only is it's a recolor, but they change it into a different character, and that's what my issue is with. That's what my issue is with this guy, because, or Hasbro when it came to this guy, because Literally, this isn't a different character. It's the same character with a different color scheme. And it wasn't released like a year or two or three apart. It was released almost I think it was within the same year, from the time that this character came out in Earthrise, from the time that this was released from Amazon, which it just reeks of cheap, if you ask me. Okay. But I think that's about it, ladies and gentlemen. So let's get to the scorecard, shall we? So let's pull up the scorecard. Okay, so cost. Like I said, I can't recall what it was exactly. It was between $49 and $59. So I'm gonna give it. Oh, wait, hold on. Shit. Wrong. There you go. So I'm gonna give it like a 8 out of 10. So here, this is where I was. So I'm going to give it like an 8 out of 10 because of the fact that you get so much. If it was just these two figures alone, I'd be kind of hesitant to give it anything higher than like a 7. But the fact is, you get 6 figures altogether. Granted, 2 sets of them are Micro Masters, but altogether you get 6 figures. So I'm going to be nice to give it an 8 out of 10 for cost. Availability, yes, this figure is still available, even though I don't like it because of the fact literally the only market left for these figures that is selling them are the scalpers, and they're asking you for between $124 at the cheapest on Amazon's website, and on eBay it's going for $129. Hold on, let me pull up my little camera. Hold on one second. Okay. Okay. Wait, hold on. That could be why. Hold on. Shit. I think I may have just... Okay, there it goes. Okay, let me move this up here. Let me shrink it a little bit more. And I forgot to actually make this full screen, so let's do full screen. There you go. So, like I said, if you're wanting to pay double the amount, it's up to you. I can't tell you what to do, but for me, it would be a hard pass, so I give it a 1 out of 10. Mainly because of the fact that it was an exclusive, which I fucking hate already, and the fact that it's now, the market is basically run by scalpers. Interactivity. So, like I said, this thing, I was pleased with how much weapon storage capabilities this figure had. It has like 10 to 11, and I counted, like, I think when I wrote this, it had 10 ports and everything. I'm giving it a perfect score of 10 out of 10 for weapon storage. For contents, you get 3, weapons. Basically, you get the hook and the 2 blasters that can combine to form a rifle. I give it a 9 out of 10. I am not sure if you consider the little panels to be accessories, so I kind of, like I said, I was kind of conflicted upon that. Are these considered accessories or not? Because to me, accessories is like a weapon or a tool of some sort, and these are just panels, so. But like I said, this is also just my review. It's nothing official, So I give this the interactivity section a total of 19 out of 20. Visuals. The coloring is pretty nice. I actually prefer this, even though I've been kind of really ragging on this figure, or Hasbro, I do gotta say, I actually like this color scheme more than I do the dark black, red, and yellow oppressive color scheme that this guy has. This color scheme, for some reason, reminds me of the Decepticons. This is something I'd expect more of the Autobots, but... So I give that a 9 out of 10. The figure overall, the figure is a simple recolor of its Earthrise counterpart. Nothing new, so I'm giving it 8 out of 10 since, Hasbro and Amazon did absolutely nothing to change this figure besides put a clean paint coat on it. Faithfulness to the source material, like I said before, it's kind of hard to really score this portion because originally Ironworks was just a base. It didn't transform. I'm willing to, if they do some more releases of this figure in the future lines and improve upon it, then I would look at this more seriously. But because of the fact that they're starting out, with it, this kind of its first release as a robot, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. Box art. I already made my feelings clear. Generic, plain brown boxes don't do shit, especially for me, so it gets a 1 out of 10. Repaint. Yes, this is a repaint of Earthrise Ironworks. It came out literally the same year, so it gets a 1 out of 10. The total for the visuals gets a 28 out of 50. Construction. Like I said, I love the plastic. I love how they use a shit ton of screws. 10 out of 10. Quality. The plastic feels pretty solid. It doesn't feel cheap like in the previous toy lines have. The only thing I do kind of have to say is, like I said, these panels don't feel the best, but they're serviceable. So I'm going to give it, over the quality, a 9 out of 10. Durability. Overall, the figure feels solid. The issue I take is the head. Like I said, hold on. Let me move this up here. Like I said, it's the head. I'm not going to show you guys again because I'm afraid it'll break the head off. The head is a major durability issue. I think that if you're constantly transforming this thing, the head is going to break if you're not careful. It's the same kind of issue with the Studio Series 86 Rumble that I reviewed a couple weeks ago, where you have to kind of pull off the pile driver. I'm worried that by constantly playing with it, it's going to break off like Rumble's arm if you're trying to remove that pile driver. It's the same thing here. I'm worried the head is going to break off due to the constant transformations. So it gets an 8 out of 10. So let's see here. 8 out of 10 for durability. Points of articulation. Head rotation, shoulder rotation, bicep, limited hip rotation, leg rotation, knee rotation, limited ankle tiltage. There is no wrist rotation. I give points of articulation a 9 out of 10. Retool. No, this figure is not a retool of any other figure that I'm aware of, so it gets a 10 out of 10 there. Construction, it gets a total of 46 out of 50. So here are the section totals. Cost is 19 out of 20. Interactivity is 19 out of 20. Wait, did I say 9? Cost is 9 out of 20. Interactivity is... Hold on. Interactivity is a 19 out of 20. Visuals is a 28 out of 50. Construction is a 46 out of 50. It comes to a total of 102 out of 140, which equals a percentage of 72.857, which if you round up, it equals 73%. It gets a letter grade of 7. It gets a letter grade of C. So I really wanted to give it more, but like I said, it's what you have with Earthrise Ironworks is literally what you have with this figure. Nothing new, with the exception of the paint job. Positives. The paint job is awesome. I'll give them credit for that. Multiple points of articulation. I love that. It came with 3 accessories. One thing I did not mention so far is that this figure actually has... Hold on. Come on. Oh my god. Okay. What I failed to mention is that this figure actually does have limited ratchets in its legs. You can't really hear it. It's there though. You can definitely tell it has ratchets. Why some figures nowadays have ratchets? Let me see. Does Overair have it? No, Overair does not have ratchets. Why they put ratchets in some figures and not others, I do not know. So I kind of like that. Okay, so back to this. Negatives. The issues with the difficulty of converting the figure when it comes to its head. I worry. I already mentioned it. I worry that the head can become could break off with constant conversions. I'm not sure if this is just one batch of this figure issue with this figure that I got. Sadly, that was both, the Earthrise version and this Galactic Odyssey version. I'm not sure if it's just my luck getting the two messed up figures, but I would love to know if other people had the same problem. Now we're in the pet peeves. See here. A lot of the shit is stuff I've already mentioned, so I'll just quickly breeze by it. It's an exclusive. I hate exclusives. You know my thoughts about exclusives. I did not like how they basically waited less than 2 years to release this figure again. And I basically kind of went on a major little rant. The figure is being quoted as being exclusive, but with the exception of splashing the figure with a bucket of semen and blueberries, there is nothing really unique to this about this figure. For fuck's sake, give him some actual accessories if it's not that goddamn hard, like. And then my final thoughts are, if you're into repaints, you will like this figure. However, if you don't care for repaints, you won't really need this figure. There is nothing unique between this figure and the Earthrise counterpart. Okay, so that is it for this review of the Galactic Odyssey Botropolis blueberry and horse semen colored Ironworks. I was trying to figure that one out on the go. I give you my thoughts. I'm not saying that my thoughts are official. It's just my thoughts as a consumer. Buy this figure. If you have this own figure, do your own video. I figure that the more people that are not paid reviewers, the more people that give their honest thoughts, I think it helps a lot better than just having the big name established people who give their thoughts, because at the end of the day, are they actually being legitimate and heartfelt about their reviews, or are they are they doing these reviews because they were given these figures, Okay, so that is it. Hold on, let me pull up one last thing. Come on. Why does it go to this screen over here? Okay, let's get it over here. Wow, look at that. It puts me in a nice purple color. I like that. Ooh, now it's orange. I don't like that. I don't look good in orange. Okay, but anyway, ladies and gentlemen, as you know, I like to do, basically, I'll do a wheel spin to basically see what product I'll be reviewing next. I have 3 wheels. The first wheel is what product line. The second wheel will be what class of figure. And then the third and final one is what alliance, ladies and gentlemen. So let's start with the product line. So let's see here. Okay, we have Siege. Okay, so we got Siege. And then the next wheel will be class figure. So it's going to be Siege. Okay, let's close it. Okay, so Siege. And we have Legends / Core. Oh god, I can't. Oh, were there any Legends Core class figures? Hold on, let me do a quick look. I think Siege was Micromasters and Battle Masters. Let me just do a quick look though. Let's see here. Nope, not that. Thank you. Okay, so let's get this back to there. Let's see here. TF Wiki Siege. Because I don't think they had core. I may be wrong, so I think it's just Battle Masters, Micromasters, and Deluxe. Okay, so we don't have core / legends, so I will spin once more just to be fair. So it's gonna be it is Siege. Let's see here. What do we got? What is next? Siege. Titan Masters. We don't have Titan Masters in this line, so okay, so Micromasters. I think we got Micromasters if I remember correctly. Yeah, we do. We got Micromasters. Okay, so it's going to be Siege, Micromasters. Okay, so let's see. What is the final? It's going to be either Decepticon or an Autobot. Decepticon or Autobot. Let's see. What do we got here? What do we got here? Autobot. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so the next review that I do, it will be a Siege Micromaster Autobot. I got a shit ton of those, so I cannot wait to see what there is. And when I return my next review, it will be one of, it'll be an Autobot, it'll be one of those things, So until then, let me turn this off. Let me turn this off, sorry. Turn this on. But until then, my name is Jeff, aka GCurse, and I hope you enjoyed what you watched. Due to how big the report card was, or the scorecard that I used, or all the information I put down, I'm going to have to kind of condense it for YouTube, since I only give you like 5,000 characters, and I think I was nearing the 10,000 character mark. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put a little link in the description. It goes to the Google page that I put that information on, and you can read it more in depth if you want. If not, that's okay. I'll still have the score and everything. But until then, my name is Jeff, aka GCurse. Wishing you all a great day, and stay safe, everybody. Peace out.